Allow yourself to find a really nice place to sit, whether it's on the shin bones or the sitting bones. Allow yourself to adjust so that your shoulders are over your hips. And then begin to take nice deep breaths up and down the spine. Allow the breath to really be slow. Take a full in breath. Take it all the way up to the collarbones. And then release it all the way back out. And try to have a nice long breath for just a few more breaths as we center and arrive in our practice this morning. I learned that inspiration doesn't always come like a bolt or kinetically or with energetic striving. It can come into us slowly and quietly and all the time, though we must regularly and every day give it a little chance to start flowing, to prime it with a little solitude and idleness. So says Brenda Yulin. Sometimes it does come in a flash. As I was driving in this morning, it was amazing how the sunrise was shining just on different parts of the sky. And as I was headed out of the community and towards Livingston, by darn it, I looked up there and there was a beautiful heart, just a beautiful heart shining in peach and yellows, just though as if it were being beamed onto the clouds. And in that instant, that was just so inspirational, and it just lifted me up into a big smile. And yet, with pause, with solitude and quietness, we can find that same aspect. So it's just what we allow in any given moment. As you're ready, allow yourself, please, to draw the palms to the heart. And let's all exhale together. On an in-breath, bring the arms out to the side, all the way up to the sky. Reach, bring the palms together, stretch through the belly fibers, and a beautiful Om follows us, gathering the crown, the third eye, right into the heart. And let us just bow forward as we continue into a nice, level, even measured breath. Perhaps set an intention today to follow the breath and to use the pause at the bottom and the top of the breath to really allow us to be still enough to receive spirit. We become receptive to inspiration by allowing empty spaces or pauses in our lives, some solitude and idleness. This moment right now is one such time. We become receptive to inspiration, to a deeper wisdom, to that part of life which we don't command. So very, very gently allow yourself, please, to release the hands down. And let's just slide the right hand out and take a nice stretch as we bring the left arm up and over. Really reach, plant that left sitting bone and take a nice deep stretch. On an in-breath, rise back up and let's just switch over to the other side. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how beautiful that heart was this morning. It was just exquisite. And it disappeared as quickly as it came. On the in-breath, let's come all the way up, bring the palms together, and then on an exhale, just come into cactus arms. Draw the elbows out from the shoulders, pull the shoulder blades down. And on an exhale, just rotate to the right. Notice how you can't get very far. Use those internal obliques to really bring you into the twist. And then very, very gently release the left hand down, right hand behind you, and draw deeper into the twist. Try to find a nice twist in, or a nice tightening through the navel sheath, and take nice long exhale, engaging the core muscles. Allow the chin to stay level and just take the head forward and back. Working into the neck as we bring circulation into the organs. And then gently bring the head forward. And on an in-breath, just lift back up into cactus. Take a full in-breath, and as you exhale, let's bring right arm under left and come right into eagle arms. Good, bring the elbows straight out, and then take both of the elbows over to the right and breathe into that left shoulder. Take a full in-breath and a full out-breath. On the in-breath, bring it back, elbows, forearms to neutral, and open the arms up and gently release. Bring the left under the right. And then take both of the elbows over to the left, breathing into that right shoulder. Feel the length of the spine, reach through the crown of the head, press into the sitting bones. On an in-breath, bring the elbows back to neutral and also open up. And on the exhale, we're going to rotate now over to the left. See how far you can take the rotation, working into those external obliques. Take a full in-breath, and as you exhale, release the hands down and take the deeper twist. From there, allow yourself to bring left ear, left shoulder, please. Draw both shoulder blades down. Again, engage the core muscles at the bottom of the breath. And then bring left ear, left shoulder. Right ear, right shoulder. Breathe. A little bit tougher, isn't it? Try to pull that right shoulder down. And then bring the crown of the head back up and very gently come all the way forward. Place the palms onto the thighs and just find a nice gentle cat-cow as we work through in and out. Open up that heart, round through the back ribs. Take it nice and slow. 2 more. And then lift all the way back upright. And we're just going to, if you're cross-legged, switch and bring the other leg in front. If you're in butterfly or legs lengthened out with one knee bent, switch and bend the other knee. Let's take a full in-breath, please. And as we exhale, bring the palms to the heart. On an in-breath, rise up, interlace the fingers, take a nice stretch here. Take a full in-breath, and as we exhale, keep both sitting bones on the floor, but lean over to the right. And maybe on an in-breath, look up to the sky. Good, on the exhale, look down at the floor. Gently come back to neutral on the in-breath, and on the exhale, let's take it over to the left. On an in-breath, look up at the sky if that feels safe. And on the exhale, look at the earth. Draw it all the way back up, please. And on the exhale, let's bring the hands back down to the side. Good. From there, allow yourself, please, to take and reach left arm up and over. We're going to sweep all the way forward, bringing the heart towards the floor. And bring that right arm up and around. Just take it side to side. Feel that nice opening. Spin as much as you can, opening up, nice slow movements. Loosening that entire upper torso, working through the range of the shoulder. If you have a hurt shoulder, use your elbow rather than extend the arm out. Finishing up here on this left side and draw it all the way back up to neutral. Let's lengthen the legs up nice and wide. Allow yourself, please, to take and draw the tailbone, the flesh from the tailbone back so that we're really nice and open. Take a full in-breath with flexed feet and just walk forward. Take a full in-breath and a full out-breath. Let the eyes angle onto the earth and just feel the back side of the legs. Notice if you're feeling it in the back itself. Where are you feeling the stretch? Is the stretch different on the right and the left side? And continue to use the pause between the inhale and the exhale, really allowing you to tune in to what's going on. We're just going to very gently walk all the way over to the right. Bring that left hand outside the right leg and fold forward. On an in-breath, rise up, and on the exhale, allow yourself to bend forward. Take a full in-breath and a full out breath. Very gently come back to the center. Maybe let each of the hands rest on the same respective legs. And just lean forward. Pull the shoulder blades down and point into the toes. See if you can find a nice stretch now through the front of the legs. See if it comes into the inner groin, getting into that inner thigh. And then slowly flex the feet. And we're going to reach the right hand outside the left. Exhaling forward, inhale, rise. And again, exhale, release. Gently take it back to the center. And then slowly rise all the way back up. Gently bring the legs together, please. Give it a nice shake. And from there, let's bring that left knee in, lengthen out through the right leg. Make sure that the right heel is in line with the right sitting bone so that you're nice and engaged, and really engage that right foot. Splay the toes open. We're going to use that hand to hook, and we're going to bring the left hand back behind us. And we're just going to take a nice twist. Full in breath, a little bit deeper twist here. Really engage the core muscles at the bottom of the breath. And then very, very gently roll forward. And we're going to keep that right leg anchored, and we're going to extend that left leg out, and we're just going to take it across the body and breathe into that outer IT band. One more breath. I'm doing a little bit of pulsing. I have my hand underneath my ankle, and I'm just rolling that foot, and then roll it the other way. Good, and then gently bend into the knee, bring it back in, and release out. Let's switch sides. So bending in now to that right knee, energize into the left leg, lift up nice and tall. And we're just going to use that left elbow to hook as we roll our organs right into that bent thigh, right thigh. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Some of you might be able to bring that left arm in front of the thigh, but stay engaged. Nice deep breaths, wringing out the organs. And then very, very gently allow yourself to please come forward. And we're just going to extend that right leg out, and we're going to take it over to the left. If you want, you can place that right hand onto the floor, roll into that ankle, really lift up, let the heart shine, being strong through that low back, and then roll the ankle the other way, just working into the feet, into the ankle, into the shin bone, nice slow movements. And then very gently hug it back in and release it down. Give it a nice shake. Good. From there, cross the ankles and transition into tabletop, however that works for you. And from here, let's just come into a nice cat-cow. So allow yourself to just drop the upper torso and look up towards the eyebrows. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, arc into that cat spine. And again, drop and look. You can reverse the breath if you want and come into a nice lion's breath. Two more, please. Just beautiful flexion extension. Remember, you can always drop your tailbone and cat towards your heels and rock forward. That's a nice opening for that spine, working into the knee capsule, and then come all the way back forward. Allow the crown of the head to beam straight across the room, and on an in-breath, let's rise up, palms together. On an exhale, we're going to slowly swan dive down. If you have a hurt shoulder, just use one arm. Rotate the palms, hinge from the hips, engage the core muscles, and exhale down onto the forehead. On an in-breath, rise all the way back up. Palms touch. Good. Level out the head. Squeeze the arms into the ears. Tuck the toes if you choose or not. If you tuck the toes, you can work into the compression of the toes. On an exhale, bring the hands down to the low back. And we'll start with a nice, easy camel. So draw the elbows towards each other. If you have a hurt shoulder and you need to place your hands on your hamstrings, do that. Nice deep breath. Just bring those hips forward. Use the hands to support the low back or the hamstrings. Head can come all the way back, or you can keep chin tucked. Just allow for that beautiful streaming of breath rising from the knees, opening up into the hip flexors, psoas. On an in-breath, let's rise all the way back up and tuck the toes and sweep the arms out to the side, in-breath. On the exhale, hover, and again, maybe it's just one arm. We're going to come down onto that right ear. Good, and on an in-breath, draw it all the way back up. Sweep and reach. Look up, nice deep stretch, and on the exhale, coming down onto the left ear. Working into all those core muscles. Nice gentle twist, bring it all the way back up. And we'll come into our second camel. So you can repeat what we did before. If you choose, you can bring left hand to left heel, draw that right arm back and open up into half camel. Or you can come into full camel if that's your practice. Switching sides if you're in the half camel. Good, take 2 breaths here. And if you feel open enough, you can come into a full camel. So into your camel, wherever that is for you, and take 2 full deep breaths. Full in breath, full out breath. One more full deep breath here. And then on an in breath, gently rise up. So we're just going to very gently bring the hands forward and wide. We're going to keep the tush right on top of the the knees. And we're going to come into Anahatasana. If you have a hurt shoulder, just use one arm and bring the other one back. Just allow for that nice opening to release the back. One more full deep breath here. Glide one hand back and then the other, and come back into your tabletop. Allow yourself to tuck your toes and a nice runner stretch. Nice runner stretch here, in and out. Find that nice down dog. And we're just going to walk the feet all the way forward to the hands. Nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms back up behind you. Interlace the fingers and find the one fist. If you choose, you can not interlace the fingers and just really take a nice opening by allowing the palms to flow towards the sky and really open up into those shoulders. Bring your forehead down towards your shin bones. One more full deep breath here. And then on an exhale, release the hands down. Ooh, and keep the hands on the back of the legs. Engage the core muscles, squeeze the tush, draw the shoulder blades down, flat back, and on an in-breath, glide the hands all the way up till the crown of the head lifts up, and then on the exhale, soften into the knees, bend the knees, and come right back down. Good. On the in-breath, come up, full in-breath. We'll do that one more time, so take it back down. This is really good for the back muscles to really keep the legs engaged and use that in-breath to rise all the way back up. Let's take and roll the shoulders back and roll the shoulders forward. Good. Allow yourself to bring your hands onto your hips. Coming into another stretch. Let's cross the left foot over the right. And we're just going to take and bring both the hands up to the sky. Watch your balance. Soften into your knees. Bring that left hand to your hip. Reach up to the right arm. And on an exhale, we're just going to take and bring that right hand towards the left heel. And breathe into the stretch. Take a full in-breath and a full out breath. On the in-breath, bring it all the way back up. Good. And exhale, right hand to right hip. We're going to very, very slowly put all of the weight onto the right foot and bring that left knee up and come right into crane pose. And you can keep the toe on the floor if you need. Breathe into it.
One more breath. Nice. Curl the fingers under, work into the wrists. Find that focal point, find that pause. And then bring the hands to the hips. And we're going to take and bring that left foot behind the right. We're going to adjust the feet so we feel nice and stable. And we're going to sweep the arms up to the sky. Good. And on an exhale, bring the right hand to the hip to keep you stabilized. And on an exhale, we're going to reach the left hand across the body, all the way over to that left heel. Find the length. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Breathe into that back left leg. On an in breath, rise all the way back up. And exhale, hand to the hip. Shift onto the left foot this time. And come right up into crane pose. Again, you can hover that toe. You can hover that toe. It's always your choice. Breathe into it. Pull the shoulder blades down. One more full deep breath here. Good. And then bring the wrists together. And on an exhale, bring right foot down, arms down. Inhale, rise all the way back up, and exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step right foot back, pivot onto the heel. Inhale, warrior one. Good, take a full in breath here. And on the exhale, let's open the elbows up. Feel that nice opening through the front upper rib cage. Imagine that you're pressing the forearms into a wall. Allow yourself to squeeze the left foot towards the right and the right foot towards the left energetically. A nice traction. One more full deep breath here. Good, and then on an in breath, draw it up. We're gonna rotate so that we're squared right in between the legs, and we're just gonna gently flow forward. And we're gonna take a deep stretch. So allow yourself to press into that left hip. Lengthen through the right leg. Walk the fingertips forward. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here. And then walk the hands back towards your body. Lengthen and spin the left toes towards the side of the mat. And heel toe out. So wide-legged. And let's bend into the right knee and take a deep stretch here. Bring it back to the center and stretch, bending into left knee. Good, drop back to the center, and we're just going to find our low lunge at the back of the mat. Pivot onto the back heel, and inhale, warrior one. Good, trying to not do so much weight bearing today. So find that really nice warrior one. Really squeeze into that back leg's glute. Allow the front knee to roll towards the pinky toe. And on an exhale, just allow yourself to take a deep stretch through the upper front rib cage. So feel the shoulder blades descend down, those if you laid them on a shelf. Draw the navel to the spine and hug the feet towards each other. One more full deep breath here. And then reach all the way up. And we're just going to square between both knees. And we're just going to lean forward. Allow that front bent leg, press that hip back. Find some nice length into the spine. Allow the crown of the head to be the extension of the spine and take a deep stretch. One more breath here, please. And then very, very gently walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. We're going to bring all 10 toes towards the side of the mat. Spreading wide angle. And we're just going to allow ourselves to melt all the way down. So hands onto ankles. You can place your hands right in between your legs. Draw the shoulder blades down. Lift as you lengthen through the legs any little bit. Press into the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, the outer edges of both feet. And take one more full deep breath. Gently bring the hands all the way forward, lift up onto the fingertips, bend into the knees and take that left hand to the right lower leg, and on an in-breath, spin open. Good, really reach, maybe look up to the sky, maybe not, draw navel to spine. And on an exhale, bring it all the way back down. Bring left hand down. Lift up nice and tall and find the length of the spine. Take a full in-breath, and as you exhale, thread the right hand over to the left leg. Lift up the upper torso and then sweep that left arm up to the sky. Really reach and open. Find the four corners of your feet. One more full deep breath, please. And then on an exhale, very gently drop back down. Nice. Heel toe in a little bit if you need to. And we're just going to walk into low lunge as we come back to the top of the mat. Find your low lunge. Draw that left hip straight back. Take a full in-breath. And as you exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lunge. Again, take it back. And come into low lunge. Pivot onto the back heel. You can place your left hand on your left thigh and draw a rainbow with the right as you come all the way up into your warrior two. Allow yourself to lengthen out. Have a really fun little move here to bring into our warrior two. So take a full in-breath as you're looking forward, and on an exhale, bring the back hand to the back thigh, reverse warrior two. We're going to take that top left arm and we're going to reach to the right side. We're going to sweep that arm around and place the elbow right onto the thigh. And we're going to take the right hand, sweep it forward, and lift right up into angle pose. Feel yourself twist open. And let's just continue with that. Think of it as a continuous circle. So we'll take it slow and easy. We're going to rise back up, extend the left hand overhead, right hand in reverse warrior. And then we're going to sweep the left arm as we look to the right. We're going to let it descend down. And we're going to take that right arm and sweep it up to the sky and find angle pose. Two more times. We're going to lift up, take that right hand back into reverse warrior, left arm comes up and overhead. Sweep to the right, draw the circle, and then sweep right arm up into that angle pose. Last one. Take it all the way back. Reverse warrior. Reach over to the right. Watch your balance. Place left elbow, left thigh. Sweep the right arm towards the earth and all the way up and find that angle pose. Take a full in-breath and a full out-breath. On the in-breath, rise up into your warrior two, straighten the front leg, and on an exhale, right into your version of triangle. Good. Feel yourself really open up that right shoulder. Use the left hand attraction and just get really long. Doesn't matter how far you come down, just get really wide, broad, spacious, and open. And imagine that beautiful heart in the sky. I'm still in love with that. That was such a nice surprise. As you're ready, soften into the front knee, bring it all the way back up, and exhale, warrior two. Allow yourself to cartwheel all the way forward, low lunge. Actually, stay pivoted onto the back heel, and let's walk back to the center of the mat. Lengthen out, nice wide angle. Pigeon toe the toes, please. Soften into the knees, bent knee, hands to the hips. And engage your core muscles. Press into the big toe mound, the outer toe mound. You should feel, squeeze the tush. I'm just hinge hipping forward from the hips. I'm really pulling my shoulder blades down. I can feel this in my inner thigh, really working to strengthen the inner thigh muscles. One more full deep breath here, please. And then on an exhale, bring it down. We're gonna walk all the way to the back of the mat. Find your low lunge. So readjust, recenter, lift up nice and tall. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, low lunge, look up to the sky. Again, fold over that front leg. Bend into it, open the heart. Last time, nice deep stretch. Draw, if you lift up on that front heel, draw it back behind towards the center of your mat. You'll find a nice stretch. And then come forward into your low lunge. Pivot onto the back heel. Again, you can place one hand on the bent thigh and draw the rainbow with the other hand. And come right into your warrior two. Good, we'll do the first two slow, and then we'll see if we can move a little bit quicker with that circular flow, going from reverse warrior to warrior two. So settle into it, feel the strength, draw the legs towards each other. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, back hand, back thigh. Good, remember we're gonna reach now to the right, bring that elbow down, sweep forward, and lift right up into that angle pose. Reverse, nice circle, good. Use your breath to sweep around to the front, elbow to thigh, sweep that back, arm forward and up, angle pose. Make sure that you open up, get that nice external rotation. And again, take it back. Here we go, a little bit quicker, top arm around to the thigh, sweep that back arm down and up. Last one, take it back. Really feel the beautiful flow, feel the pause in between. Reach out and forward to the side, deposit that elbow down, sweep that arm deep stretch, and lift right up into angle pose. Good, take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here. And then on an in breath, rise the arms up and out. Straighten that front leg. We're just gonna hinge right into triangle. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here, please. Use that pause to take you into the absolute perfection of your triangle pose, whatever that is for you today. Soften into the front knee, and on an in breath, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Good, from there, bring the hands to the hips. Straighten that front leg and draw the toes to the side. Heel toe in just slightly. Take the toes out, 1 foot at a time. Bend into the knees and come right up into cactus arms. You don't want to be tilted forward. You want to tuck that tailbone down and under and sink down. See if you can lift all 10 toes. Sit down further, be mindful of your knee. I can feel that on my knee. Good, and then see if you can lift up onto the left toes. Good, bring the left heel down. See if you can lift up onto the right toes. And bring right heel down. See if you can sit a little bit lower. Good, drop the hands down, and on an in breath, rise up right up into star pose. Good, take a full in breath, and as you exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Take and rotate the left toes over to the right. Interlace the fingers behind you. Allow your torso, upper torso, to turn through that front right leg. And on an exhale, bow forward. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Soften into the knee, and on an in breath, rise up. Take and draw the right toes to the left, open up the left toes. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, melt over that extended left leg. Full in breath, full out breath. One more full deep breath here. Soften into the knee and draw it all the way back up.
Good, bring the left toes forward. And from there, allow yourself to bring the hands to the hips. Either jump the feet together, heel toe, or step the feet together and give it a nice shake. Good, let's come into one more balance. So grab your strap. You can come to the wall, to a chair, whatever you need. Let's go ahead and shift onto your left leg. You're going to take and place the strap onto the right foot. Use your right hand to hold. Just bring that leg forward. You can place your left hand on the wall, on the hip, and then slowly open up that right leg out to the side. Pull the shoulder blades down. Really lift up into the standing leg. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath. Good, and then bring it back to the center. Use your strap to switch and hold with your left hand, the right, both tails of the strap. And then extend and bring that leg forward. Sweep the right arm out to the side or hold on with the right hand and bring that leg across the body. Take a full in breath, full out breath. If you can, slowly begin to rotate the head to the right. Nice twist. Woo, if you fall, no big deal, it happens, right? Just come right back in. Bring your head forward and gently release. Careful, careful with that strap. Shake out both legs and we'll switch sides. If you need, bring your hands to your low back and bring your hips forward. You can also drop down into a nice little squat. And then slowly roll the spine back up, head comes up last, and we'll switch sides. So use that left leg as your standing leg. I'm sorry, right leg is your standing leg. And we'll take and bring left leg up. So hold both straps with that left hand and extend that left leg forward. It's okay to hold the wall. It's okay to notice that balance on one side is more difficult than the other. And then gently bring that leg out to the side. Lift up into that standing leg, traction the shoulder blades down and use that to hold you. One more full deep breath. And then slowly transition. Let the right hand hold the straps. Extend that left leg out. And take it across the body and breathe into it. Just be at ease. Balance is usually easier on one side than the other. Just be with what is. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? Good, and breathe. Gently release, shake it out. And let's transition right down onto the bellies, please. So allow yourself to come all the way down. Oh. We're going to take and draw the hands back. So let the palms be down. Lift the right leg and extend the toes back, anchor it down, and the same thing with the left. We're going to take and hook the thumbs. So hook the thumbs, cross them, and then bring palms should be to the sky. Feel the length of your neck. Lift the kneecaps off the floor, engage the pelvic floor to the earth, navel to spine, and lift up. Take a full in breath. If this doesn't work for you, just let your arms come out to the side or forward, whichever feels better to you. You can get a little bit more opening to the front torso with those thumbs hooked, but it's all good. Take 2 more full deep breaths, please. Oh, and gently release. Bend into the knees, stack the palms, forehead down, and windshield wiper side to side.
Feel that nice opening through the quads as you use the heavy femur bones to roll over the quad muscles. Bring them to stillness. And again, bring the legs all the way down. Allow yourself to reach through the right leg anchor and then the left, just creating space between the hip points and the floating ribs. If you get a toe cramp, just release it. Draw the arms forward, please. And then lift the legs. Pull the shoulder blades down. Again, if this is too much for you, just bring, or it doesn't feel right, not too much, it doesn't feel right, bring your fingertips down and use that to stabilize the upper torso. Good, and breathe. Really rise the thighs up off the floor. Feel that upper torso lift. Draw the shoulder blades down. 2 more full deep breaths. And then gently release. Palms beside the rib cage. Legs hip width apart. Draw the elbows straight back. And on an in-breath, rise up, baby cobra. Exhale down. Rise up, maybe more than baby cobra. Bend and press all the way back into child's pose. On an in-breath, bring the hip points forward. Look up. And again, take it back into child's pose. Take both of the arms over to the right, please, and take a deep stretch as you sink tailbone towards the heels. And then take it all the way over to the other side and take a deep stretch. Bring the hands back to neutral, please, and rise up into tabletop. We're going to take and bring that right knee forward and come right into pigeon pose. So lift up nice and tall. I'm on my fingertips, and I'm just going to seaweed side to side. You can roll all the way over on that bent knee hip. Soften into it. And then maybe come down onto the forearms. Again, you can seaweed side to side, just honoring and opening wherever you feel the stretch. You can take and frame that pigeon leg and then press the hips the opposite direction, working into the stretch. And then melt it down. That's a really nice opening for the upper torso as well as working into that pigeon hip. Try to soften wherever you feel any tightness, and then walk all the way back up and forward. And we're just going to take and draw that pigeon leg back. We're going to extend it straight back, rock onto the toes, and then take it over to the other side. Turn and look at it. Take a nice stretch to release that hip. Bring the head forward, knee back into alignment. Rock up into cat pose. Nice rainbow spine. Release the back. Let the head and the tailbone go side to side, opposite sides. Stretching into those back ribs. And then into tabletop. And we're going to bring the other knee forward for pigeon. Again, stay tall and just seaweed. Work into that hip, bring that foot more parallel or that lower leg more parallel with the top of the mat. And then maybe you hinge forward a little bit. Again, you can rock and keep working into that stretch. You can take and frame that pigeon knee, pressing the body away from that pigeon knee. You find what works for you in pigeon. One more full deep breath here, please. Really opening up to wherever the stretch is, soften into the muscles. And then allow yourself to just roll onto that pigeoned hip and bring the back leg forward. Good, lengthen the legs out. Give it a nice shake. Bend deeply into the knees. Let's bring the arms out to the side, all the way up to the sky. And on an exhale, we're just going to fold forward and release that back. Take a full in-breath and a full out-breath. Really traction hands and feet and find a deep stretch through the back. This is such a nice back release. On an in-breath, rise all the way back up. And on an exhale, chin to chest, roll down. As soon as the back of the head touches, sweep the arms up overhead. And on the exhale, lift your head, bring your arms forward. Maybe you rise, maybe you just hold and look up at your feet. Rising all the way back up or not. Lift and look up. And again, roll it down nice and slow. Draw navel to spine, really working into those muscles. Back of the head comes down, sweep the arms up overhead. Chin to chest, and you can hold right here and just hold this. Imprint the low back, draw navel to spine. Otherwise, draw all the way back up. Good, we only have 2 more to do. Or you can choose not to, or again, you can just hold. Sweep the arms up overhead. If that bothers your shoulder, only bring the one arm up overhead. Rise and lift. Remember to keep chin tucked to chest. One more full, complete round. Just working different core muscles. And rise it back up. Really engage. Draw that low belly in. Chin to chest. Rise all the way back up. And we're going to make it all the way back down to the earth. Oh, take a full in breath and a full out breath. Into each of the knees and then draw them in, please. Hug them in. Draw the forehead up if that feels good. Curl into a nice little teeny tiny ball. Bring the head back down and rock the head side to side. Good from there, right foot down, left foot down. Widen your feet as much as you would like to come into your version of bridge pose. I'm going to, again, take mine really wide, but I'm going to make sure that my legs are really activated. My fingertips are towards the bottom of the mat. You can also bend into the elbows and hug the upper arms up right against that rib wall on each side. Use an exhale to lift up. Really engage into the tush, squeezing it nice and tight. Squeezing a nice wedge between the legs. Softness as you hollow out to the shoulders and yet not crunching neck or face. Take 3 more nice deep breaths. Full in breath. Full out breath. Really squeezing. 2 more nice deep breaths. And then as you're ready, on an exhale, slowly bring that spine down. Hug the right knee into the chest. Take the left leg up to the sky. And on an exhale, flex that left foot. Let it hover above the earth to send it down. Point into the toe. Bring it all the way back up. And bend into the left knee. Extend the right leg to the sky. Flex into the foot. Hug that left knee in. Pull the shoulder blades down. And on an exhale with a flexed foot, hover that right leg just above the mat. Point the toe and rise it all the way back up. Bend right knee into the chest. Take the arms out to the side, palms down. Pull the shoulder blades down. Allow yourself to take the knees a little bit right and left off the midline. Take a full in-breath, and as you exhale, slowly cascade the knees to the right. Maybe lift the feet higher than the knees. Traction both shoulder blades down, especially the left. Draw navel to spine, hover those knees, lift the feet. Really find that nice engagement, really working into those back muscles. Keep drawing navel to spine, and then slowly release down. Let the head flow to the left and take a full in breath and a full out breath. Gently bring the head back to neutral. Engage enough core, traction shoulders down that you can bring the knees back up. Allow the knees to just do a nice circle clockwise and then counterclockwise. Really imprint the back as much as you can. If you need to hug them in, hug them in. Otherwise, pull the shoulder blades down, press into the palms. Tuck the knees as close to the rib cage as possible. Tilt the feet higher than the knees and take a hover. Breathe, use your core muscles, pull navel to spine. Then slowly descend the knees down and the feet down and roll the head to the right. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here, please. And then very gently bring the head back to neutral. Engage enough core that you can draw the knees to the chest. Go right into happy baby or whatever else you might need to do. And then transition into your version of Shavasana. Settling down and in. Maybe place the blocks underneath the knee creases or a rolled towel, whatever you might have there. Perhaps it's books off of the office shelf. Just allow, or maybe prop the legs up on the desk or the chair. Really soften and let the back muscles pull right into your, feel that luscious cascade of fluid drain down the legs if you decided to let the legs go off the wall or the chair. Allow yourself to close the eyes. Come back to the intention of pause. Let's begin to open up to the possibilities of pause. Begin to feel comfortable and take a few deep breaths as you settle in. Let the in-breath and the out-breath be more in the same rhythm, same count. So level, even breaths, but full, deep, and rich. Begin to let go of the body and the mind. Continue with the slow, deep, rich, full breaths in and out, nose or mouth, whatever feels comfortable. Allow the skin to be soft. Soften the outer layers of muscles around the neck, the jaw. See if you can feel the skin around the crown of the head. And then just allow the entire face to become very soft. Feel all of the hair follicles, the entire scalp. Imagine just allowing a very, like rosemary, very stimulating penetration so that it tingles. And allow all of that scalp to tingle and let it descend down. Just allow the gray to settle in. And then let all of that dissipate. Let the breath begin to penetrate deep down into the organ area of the belly, all of the digestive organs. Begin to release the tension to the upper torso and settle into a very soft rhythm of the breath, not control them, just let it be, but stay with the breath. Follow and flow the pathways of the circulatory, the nervous system, and the endocrine system. Allow the breath to just tingle around all of those different systems. Circling the pancreas, the thymus, pituitary gland, dropping down into the parasympathetic system. Slow moving breaths to release and bring ease from the hips to the toes. Feel a moving, warm, soothing, and healing cascade of ease. Allow all wrapped mental tension to evaporate through the pores of the skin. And now drop into the pause at the top of the inhale.
And then drop again into the pause of the exhale. From the pause as we exhale, we let go of urgency, rushing, and demand. As you continue to slow down, allow for the pause to work through you and begin to embrace the silence, the stillness, and the quietness, all held in the heart. Begin to deepen the breath and feel wiggling into the fingers and the toes. Allow yourself to gather the knees into the chest or take a stretch. What feels best to you? And in your own time, roll over to one side or the other and just embrace this magnificent being. When we allow ourselves to dip into the pause, we really make allowance to surrender into that inner spirit that's always there. Draw it up to the sitting bones with all the palms of the heart, please. Let's all exhale together. Keep the prayer hands together, and on the in-breath, rise up to the sky. Gather the heart, the third eye, and release down into a nice silent Om. Let it wash over you. Draw the crown and the third eye back down in the heart, and gently bow forward. I will remember today that spiritual progress comes only when I make room for it in my life. Whether it comes from external or from that beautiful pause within.